Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. It's so nice to have you beautiful ladies here. Um, for those of you that are watching, my name is Hayley Hoffman, and I am the founder and CEO of Dandi. And I am joined here by our collaborative partners, the founders of Beautyque NYC, Miss Sylvie and Miss Sonia. And they're just going to share a little bit with us today about their organization and their really interesting concept, as well as what it's like to start working with them. So could y'all just share with us a little bit about what Beautyque NYC is, because it's a very different type of concept, and a concept that's been recognized by Forbes magazine. You're creating all kinds of buzz in the industry. So if you could just share that would be wonderful.
Thank you, Hayley, for having us. Hi, everybody. Bonjour.
It's awesome to be here.
Great. And so your store is a retail concept store, but it's like a virtual retail store. Can you tell us a little bit about how Beautyque NYC came into existence?
Yeah, well, it's Sylvie and I, originally we are brand founders. We have two skincare brands, and our initial vision was to open a space in Soho, New York City for brands, indie brands, to have a space in order to showcase their brand, their products, have feedback from customers, tell their story, and obviously sell their products. And also for the visitor point of view, for us, makeup and skincare was not enough to talk about beauty. It's not around only these two subjects. We thought that mental empowerment, sexual wellness, nutrition was very important. Then we wanted to create a space where people learn about all these subjects that are related to beauty through events where we invite experts, and also where the founders can talk about events where they can talk about their product, their mission. And we were in the middle of negotiating a space, and the COVID hit. We found ourselves, okay, how can we translate all what we want to do to the digital space? A website was so boring. And in 2 months, I think even less than 2 months, in May 13, we launched our 3D space, and Beautyque NYC that you know now, was there.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's amazing how quickly you were able to pivot during this time. And I think it's so needed, right? We're all looking for that connection. So still that concept of community, building that community, learning from one another, innovating, supporting, in all integrated aspects of life is so translatable across any types of gathering, virtual and in person. So that's amazing. And I think you kind of already answered the next question, is what problem does your company solve for a brand? But is there anything else you'd like to add to that about the kind of problems that you're helping solve for brands?
Yeah, the Beautyque NYC is built around, well, number one is a different type of enhanced experience, both for brands and consumers. And it's very much built around the sense of community. So the consumer is really at the core of everything we do. So what it can bring to a brand and help a brand solve is really by showcasing the brand in a very unique environment. So that's very much giving value to the brand, and also giving them the opportunity to engage with a very engaged, actually, community of beauty enthusiasts, which are the Beauty Club members, so the members that join Beautyque and join that community based on the values that Sonia mentioned.
That's wonderful. And you have some fairly unique services for brands and even for the influencer community. Can you share with us a little bit more about what your services are?
Yeah. So we have 3 layers. We have, above all, first of all, Beautyque is a retail marketing platform where I was talking about engaging with customers. So it's really about helping a brand build some sort of awareness and test and learn from a community. So whether it's a young brand that tries to, you know, get launched, or a more mature brand that wants to test or penetrate, I don't know, address a new audience and test. What we're offering is this retail marketing platform where we have a number, if you will, of set services, whether it's a focus group, that's a very popular thing that we're doing and very rich in terms of insights and feedback. So focus group, we have like email blast, we have sampling programs. So we have a list, if you will, of integrated email marketing, retail marketing, sorry, services. The second layer, if you will, that brands are invited obviously to take advantage of is the virtual showroom, where they have access to a number of very advanced features. But number one, the showcase of their brand, which is a service in itself, like embedded videos, live events, so a number of things that are more linked to what we would find in a showroom. And the third level of service is the e-commerce that we are, for which we are selecting brands that we feel can bring something to our audience, and it's a typical e-commerce situation. So those are the three layers around Beautyque.
I think that the testing, the way that you are able to pull in this really engaged audience and the enthusiast and the supporting that for brands and their product development is super, super cool. I know people are really looking for that feedback and those relevant talking points. So that's really, really awesome. And so is there something that a company needs to have in place before they start working with you, or is there a particular type of brand that you're looking for? I know you said that it fits that community, but can you share a little bit more detail on that?
Particular now, when we look at the brand that we talk to, they need to have a product, obviously, to sell. That's the first thing. And the product for us, it's important that it's non-toxic. Their mission behind the brand has to be clear, and it has to be, because it's a mission-driven brand that we have at Beautyque, then for us it's important that the mission is really strong. And the mission has to be clear, the goal clear, that way we can transmit the message the clearest possible as well. Having a website which is basic, but of course they have to have a website that is clear, because some people go to their website, and they have to be willing also to be proactive, because they have to create content with us. They are proactive in the process. And it's not like I sit down and things will happen by miracle. Then it's a collaboration, it's a partnership. They're not we don't have a relationship of a vendor, no, they are partners, members. Then that's pretty much what we look at. I don't know, Sylvie, if you want to add something about it.
No, I think you summed up pretty much what we're looking at. Yeah, they need to have a product. That said, we can very much serve whether brands, whether they're already selling in the US or envisioning, considering launching in the US. Beauty can be a very good place to pre-test and prepare your launch. So those are discussions we are having too. So yeah, but everything Sonia said obviously is important for us. We want these brands to be, yeah, independent. We're looking at independent brands. Doesn't mean they have to be small, but we like the fact that they're independent, and because it's there's a profile, there's a DNA.
Wonderful. And then about how long is your onboarding process once you've identified the brands that have the type of personality and those pillars in place as far as their mission, that willingness to really get in there and be a collaborator? How long does that process take?
Once we decide that we want to work together, usually A good 3 weeks, even a month is good because they have to prepare some assets and they have to be according to the requirement of the 3D because that's the most complicated process for our system. 3 weeks is really the timing, good timing. Less than that, we're very short to make it perfect, right?
Well, it seems very detailed, all the integrations that you have. So 3 weeks seems pretty short in general. Like when you're.
And I would add, it's in the beginning of the month that we enroll new brands, that we update our 3D. Then usually it has to be done before these 3 weeks. Otherwise, it goes to the next month.
And how long is your, oh, I already asked the question. What is the cost structure? And maybe it's a different cost structure for different services, but can you share a little bit on that?
Yeah, the cost structure is actually very simple because with digital, if we had been physical, that would have been a different story. In that case, it's a much simpler cost structure. Of course, we have the technological platform that costs us a certain amount of money. Updating it is obviously not easy, and you don't just push a button. That requires a certain amount of skills. So we have a small team of technical people with us who are working on that. So I would say that that's the technical side. Otherwise, the rest is very much based on human resources and the soft skills. So those are people who are, creating content, strategizing marketing, strategizing reach and outreach campaigns. So the cost structure is very much, distributed between tech and soft. So, and that's a very, we work with Sonia on a very optimized cost structure. We're independent, we're self-funded, and we are, it's a small team, but very efficient team, working like very hard and very efficiently. So that's where we are.
Wonderful. Yes, I see you all over the place on Facebook, on YouTube, but there's always something happening. So I can attest to your hard work, and it's fun to watch. It's very, very fun to watch. And what are some realistic expectations for a brand when they start working with you? Like, is there anything that comes up? I know, Sonia, you had mentioned that they just can't sit back and then you're just going to be their vendor. Is there any other realistic expectations that you think brands might miss when they start working with you?
Yeah, we usually, now that we're getting more, more into business, it's going to be actually 6 months are gonna be coming soon. We make them stop right away with what we call the focus group. So we make them work at first, obviously, like Sonia said, and then we launch this focus group, and this is usually a very exciting moment for them and for us because we have like hundreds of members of our community applying to and showing interest in their products. And willing to give feedback. So that's usually a great way of starting the relationship, and for them to start, the partnership with like a very interesting set of data and insights that really are going to help them, guide them through the rest of the partnership, because we use that data to actually craft, if you will, some marketing programs behind it, on some audiences, and they usually use a lot of it, of what we do, including with the focus group, but not only, to also fuel their own marketing. So what they have to expect, what we have, the experience we've had so far, is like they are very much, welcome inside our family, which is not only a question of chit-chatting together, but like really working together. We bring a lot of insights, of data, of activity. We have like over 11,000 views and all sorts of views and and traffic, if you will, impressions, views, and all across our social media and website every week. So a brand coming with us is going to very much increase their visibility and their awareness. And then, the second level is really about sales. And this is what Sonia said. This is hard work. This is taking time. Those brands usually joining us are small and not very well known. So we work with them through the 3 or 6 months to get to conversion and understand how the conversion is working. But what they can expect very much is really to be taken care of and working with a partner. We really work in partnership. There's not a single day where there's not something happening for at least one, if not 3 or 4 of our brands. Emails, discussion, initiatives, giveaways. There's always something. So they can expect a lot of interesting activity with some impact on their own presence and their own visibility.
And also, I will add, they have to create content, they have to create videos, also create events, live events, and not the only one. I mean, it's better to have a few, that way people can see them, tell about their story. It's about repetition, then the proactivity in here is very important.
Well, it sounds just like a wonderful collaboration that you have with your brands, and it's like you're their coach, you're their cheerleader, you're their, making it happen for them, and creating this wonderful place. So, and I have one last surprise question, and I'm so sorry for the background noise, and that is, please share something that you appreciate about yourself. It doesn't have to be related to beauty or anything, but just something that you both appreciate about yourself.
Oh, that's a tough question, Hayley. Okay. The one thing that comes up to my head is I appreciate that I never give up. I always keep going, no matter what's going on. I do what I have to do, and I go. I have a goal. I never leave it. Then that's what I like about myself.
Yeah,
I can really feel that.
I'm not going to be very original because she stole that from me right now, because I wanted to say the same thing, and this is why we're together. No, I think it's, well, obviously what Sonia said, because no wonder we're partners and we get along well. And I think it's also the passion of working with others and sharing our knowledge, and in a way we're giving back, and we're sharing a common adventure. So that's also something that I like about myself, and I think our brands, for instance, appreciate. It's really this sense of working together, finding solutions together, trying to get to the next level together. So that's communicating that sort of enthusiasm. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that makes us happy. Me, I understand like what you like about yourself, but the fact that we have this community, and I share this with Sylvie a lot, and that's why we like to work together, because the fact that we see that the brands having results, because we are brand founders ourselves, we know exactly what are the challenges, and seeing a group like this, and that, I mean, this is priceless for us. It's not a question. I mean, it's just like so amazing. It makes us happy. Then it makes us keep going.
Oh, well, I appreciate your generosity of everything that you're sharing. Like you said, your experiences, the empathy that you have, giving back. It's truly unique, and I think it's something that the world needs. So I appreciate you ladies so much. You're inspiring me. I know you're inspiring many other brands out there, founders, entrepreneurs. And so thank you. Thank you so much for your time. We value your partnership and look forward to collaborating as well.
Thank you, Hayley. We could do the same. We could say the same about you. You're very inspiring too, and we like working with you, and we can't wait to work with the rest of the community.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. So I'm going to stop recording now. But thank you, ladies.
Bye.